Broadcasting live from the command center located in Jacksonville, Florida, this is Military Witnesses to UAP. I am your host, Shannon Scott. And backed by popular demand, located deep in the Missouri woods, my right-hand man, Rob Heatherly. We both have assumed the duties and responsibilities of continuing the conversation. So, buckle up, hold my beer, hang on, and let's get started with today's briefings. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man? Oh, I have you on pause or mute. Can you hear me now? Earth to Rob?
Yo.
No. Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
Yeah, Rob, how are you doing today, man? I already know.
I am rolling.
What's that, Rob?
Wyatt, I'm rolling.
Okay.
You're
buffering
it's a
a
line
little
from one of
bit,
my favorite movies.
Very good. We started a little early today. I was all discombobulated. Some of the people now joining us. We've got about a dozen people now joining us early. Some things came up this morning that Rob and I are going to address, and hopefully clear our names. It seems as if It seems as if someone went against rule number 1. What's rule number 1, Rob?
We talking about web or what?
No drama, right?
Yeah, no drama.
No drama, man. Can't deal
and rule
with
number
it.
2 refer to rule number 1. Yeah. It's not good for either one of our health at all. Hey, Nocturnal News, welcome to the channel, man. Good to see you here.
So, people work. They don't know what's going on, but I'll go ahead and fill them in on what these accusations are and who they're toward. And we're just going to leave it to the audience to decide the outcome, whether
call it
they
how
believe.
You see it.
Yeah, call it how you see it. If it's a foul, it's a foul. All right, so I'm not playing this other channel's video. I do have their what do you call it? Their transcript. I transcribe what they said. There is some inaudible parts of it, but I think what they said was very hurtful. I think it was purposeful. And,
purposely untrue.
Yeah, very untrue.
To portray a false narrative to elicit a response, which isn't a good one.
Yeah, this isn't a good. This is not the attention anybody needs, right? So let's go over exactly what was said. Should I name this individual or just go on?
Well, it's in the chat. Don't say it. Just don't give it the soundbite. They know.
It's can I say at least you and I were panel members, especially you for a long time.
You can say the name of the channel, but let's not use his name. I don't want to give him a soundbite.
Right. Disclosure tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what was said. This individual by the initial TF. It's not like we're going to demand and then say, my God, we need to get donation. We need to get this place monetized, because if we don't,
we can't move forward, is what they said.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. My back's hurting. Could you send me money? Thanks. Basically mocking us. And this individual says, oh, yes, we're going to do this for the Wounded Warriors Foundation. It's actually Wounded Warrior Project, but oh well. But no. We're the Wounded Warriors. what you talking about, Willis? And this minion here is inaudible. I can't. Whatever he was doing, he wasn't saying, "Hey, what were you talking about?" No, he this was he was playing along with TF here. So that made me upset because if anybody knows this channel, 100% all the money that we've raised, and it hasn't even been much. I think I've raised under $200, and that's only because we haven't really kicked this off yet. We're just now going through the final stages of getting our logo copyrighted, all the legal stuff done. Meetings still have to be made, and
Website's got to be stood up
right.
to
So
where the website is going to take anyone's donations and automatically disperse to 3 different charities at once, and then it kicks back a tax deduction to them for it. So we don't handle the money whatsoever.
right. So I was a little upset. I went on ahead and I contacted this individual and I said,
Cry Lou
we
like
would
last.
like.
No, Gary's in the chat. We didn't go crying to Lou. Um, Thomas spoke out against my faith. He made some cracks about Burchett and Lou also being Christian. Um, it wasn't cool. I decided to leave the channel because I didn't have to stay in a hostile environment. He's allowed to believe how he wants to. So am I. And I didn't poison or stab him in the back with Lou whatsoever. It wasn't appropriate, and it was disrespectful to me as his co-host and to anyone of faith. That and this has been an ongoing contention with he and I. And I'd had enough, and all I did was say I can't move forward in good faith as long as Thomas feels like what he said was not that he thinks it was appropriate. And he doubled down, and said, "Yeah, it was. So you're just a zealot, and I did nothing wrong." I'm like, "Okay, so I'm done then." And he's allowed to run his channel how he chooses and believe what he chooses. That's fine. But people don't have to. They don't have to listen to it if they don't want to, and they don't have to be. They don't have to stay engaged.
Right. I
We're
definitely
brainless
didn't
drones.
say anything negative about this individual, nor you, Gary. I've never said anything negative about you guys. On the contrary, you guys have been not so nice toward me, which is fine. You haven't been nice toward Rob, which is, I take offense to that. And now you guys are attacking his wife. That is so below the
Yeah,
belt.
insulting her. What the hell, man? I mean, yeah, just leave her out of it. What the? That's just wrong, man. Yeah, we're brainless drones that are shooting to shoot bang bangs and follow orders. Um, Go suck up the snake Elizondo. So you guys were okay with what I was doing or what we were doing on the channel until I decided to leave the channel. And then all of a sudden I was wrong, and that what I do is no longer acceptable behavior. How does that work, man? I have not spoke ill of either one of you ever. I have been over backwards to be a good friend and loyal, and I was, and I still am. But I chose to move on because we have a fundamental difference of opinions, and that's okay. You guys can live your life how you want. I'm going to live mine the way I want, and no harm, no foul. But you guys can't let it go. Blue's a grown man. He made up his own mind on his own dime. He fact checks. He's not going to take my word for something like that. Flat out. The 9 minutes he cut out um, of his video, it was unacceptable.
I asked him if he would put it back today, and he said he wouldn't. Um, I did ask this individual to call me today, and he did. And I have to give him props for that. I asked him if he would go on the show tonight so he can explain, and he said absolutely not. Um, that's fine, but I want to know
So
what I've
this
done.
is just proving our point. Go. Don't forget the sub guys, so Anna can have some money. We're not profiting off of any proceeds. We never have, and this is the problem of why we're on here tonight, because these are false. It's defamation. It's not true. Unequivocally, it's not true. What Thomas put up on Twitter that he cut and pasted to take it out of context of Shannon, it's not true. And
We'll
I'm
be
not
playing
trying
those
to
later
speak ill
tonight.
of you guys of character, but you guys seem to think character assassination is what's called for here because I changed my mind. I gave a year of my life to Thomas's project to try and help him build something. And, when I had a fundamental difference of opinion, I walked away from it. And yeah, I walked away from everything that he and I built together, and that's okay. He's allowed to believe how he wants, and I should be allowed to believe how I want, and not be condemned for it and punished the rest of my life because I chose a different path. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah,
So yeah,
and
insult me all you
again,
wish, make slurs against my wife, whatever you guys think you have to do for revenge.
um, if you guys would
That's
communicate to me
twisted.
what I've done to offend you in order for you guys to be slanderous toward me and the charity that's been named after me, what in the world could I have done?
Lose a
Um,
liar. Yeah, please tell us we're lose a liar. See, this is just all rhetoric. And Gary, I have protected you. I still do. You guys need to stop being blinded by hate at some point against the world and see the error of your ways. We're not the enemy here.
we're trying to do a good thing. We're trying to do some good in this world. Um, I definitely forked out a lot more money than I haven't brought in as a dime, but I pay for this StreamYard. My wife will tell you I pay for it every month out of my pocket. Okay, I've already paid for the shirts and the hats, and I sent it to Rob. I haven't yet made a penny. All the money that has come in has gone directly to the Wounded Warrior Project, 100%. And to say that this money is being allocated to Rob's wife is an insult and it's slanderous.
It just goes to show how unhinged they are. I mean, show me what I have done to warrant this kind of treatment, or Shannon, or my wife, because this kind of character, it ain't cool. And against veterans, you're attempting to diminish our ability to raise funds for other wounded warriors that would otherwise get proceeds from it because of a personal vendetta. So you don't care about any lives that we may be able to impact in a positive way. You care about attacking us, and to hell with anybody else. So any good we could have done and your influence detracts from that, it's going to cost somebody that could have otherwise gotten treatment out of what we're going to try and do, despite the efforts of you guys to try and ruin our reputations. What the hell's wrong with you guys?
It's un-American. It's
Yeah, Gary's the
vindictive.
one behind the Thomas Show. And Gary's staying anonymous and not showing his face because he's pissed people off on another channel. So you'd think they'd learn, but they don't. And now I'm not out to get revenge on them. I wish them well, and I have from the start. When people ask us what
Yeah.
happened with Thomas and me, I've always texted him, said we just had a difference of opinion, and it was enough that it came to a head, and we went our separate ways. And I left it at that. And anybody that you guys still associate with Thomas can attest to that. I have not spoke ill of him ever since then.
I would concur. Neither have I. I've never once you told me because I kind of missed it the first time I was on the show. So I'm always sick, right? So I wasn't paying attention. And then what you told me the following morning, I was so I was petrified. If Lou happened to listen to that broadcast, I could
Yeah,
not
or
have
Burchett.
him. Yeah, I couldn't have him. Man, Shannon was right there, and he didn't even stand up for the guy. What kind of care? What does that say about me? So that's when I said, I've got to go. After talking to Rob about it, Rob's been talking for the longest time that he's had issues with just the fundamentals, and sometimes the straw that broke the camel's back was that
Carrie,
episode.
is this the
And
Carrie Toft? Oh, that's Gary. Carrie
yeah,
wouldn't be in here talking smack.
yeah.
She's actually a halfway decent person. So,
So we're
yeah.
going to be going over the charity again. So people who
Judas is,
might
yeah, right.
think
I
that we're
didn't
a
poison
diamond,
Lou. I did not I did not poison Lou. He made up his own decisions based on what Thomas published. That's on him, not me. I didn't do that. When you attack somebody's faith, they don't take it lightly. I am not going to compromise my convictions for any human being whatsoever. My integrity comes first in my faith. I'm going to defend my faith, which means walking away in this instance because
yep,
I am not going to sit there and abide and be complacent and not defend it, or else I am denying my creator that I believe in, and I'm not going to, I'm leading by example. So I walk away. I turn the other cheek and I leave. What's
yep.
wrong with that? Why am I not allowed to determine my own path? That I have to be punished for it?
I think you're a very honorable person, Rob, and I'm actually almost ashamed that I may have I could have made a different decision than you have, a lower standard one, and I'm almost embarrassed to say that, um, but it's the truth. Sometimes I get dragged right into the sewer as well. Um, let's kind of go a little further into this now. I did put on Twitter today that these false accusations were out there, and I did get a response. As I said in the call, the past. I was the past, the information as accurate. What do you make out of that sentence there, Rob? Is he saying that, as I said in the call, I was passed along information as accurate? Hey, in other words, um,
He's
TF
saying,
is being told from what he thinks is a credible source is to be true and accurate. Is that what you get out of that first sentence?
yeah, except that he's the source of the information.
Right. Now, after review, it was an error, a mistake that I clear up tonight. So apparently he's coming on to his show tonight. He's going to actually, um, I guess, tell the truth, but we'll see how that goes. I was not aware that you had already received $200 in donations. I do. And I can bring up the website on Wounded Warrior at every penny of it. And there's none of it, not a penny that goes to Rob and I.
No,
Okay.
I don't qualify for Wounded Warrior Project funds because that's from September 11th forward. I was a Marine in the 80s. So yeah, I don't benefit. My brothers do. My veterans in arms. So your attack on me and Shannon by default are condemning other vets that would have an opportunity to get help by any funds raised. Um, your personal vendettas are placed above their welfare. It's just
Humility.
awful.
Have a little humility, please. Okay. And did not simply, no, excuse me, imply that it was distributed as such. Clips below. I think we should go to Twitter. Now, I'm not going to play any videos that he played um, on his broadcast. This is all from Twitter. Now, what I'm about to show you, folks, you have to kind of prepare yourself. The the clips are edited, they're chopped, and they're rearranged in order
Don't
to.
blame me for others. Be real, Thomas. What the fuck are you saying, dude? Because you did this all on your own. You made up you cut and pasted what you wanted to articulate that wasn't a you articulated a false narrative to portray in a negative light what Shannon was doing and saying in an attempt to not get donations on his part out of revenge.
Um, one of the, besides, obviously it's chopped to get this point that he just said. There's also a really cutesy, nasty part in there when I'm saying the name of the charity that was named after me. Lou and Rob named the charity after me, and I say Shannon Scott's, and he repeats it. It's Shannon Scott's, Shannon Scott's, Shannon Scott's. You know what that is? That is nasty. That is just a nasty. A child would do that, not an adult.
So now he's going to attack my relationship and try and make up shit about my wife and I. That's just low ball.
Yeah. So that's what we're preparing you guys for. So here we go. That people are. I do have some items that people are wanting some swag from the show, and I have some really cool photos that I would like to sell. 100% of the proceeds will go to Shannon Scott's annual Vets and Vets and Pets. It's a charity that was named those honored that Lou Elizondo and Rob Heatherly named that charity after me. And on that subject, well, right here we have. I wrote it down wrong. We have 110 subscribers. Here it is. Countdown to monetization. 110 subscribers to go, folks. I've got one clip. That was edited.
You did say you're going to try and bankrupt Medicaid, Medicare. Go for it, man.
I am.
Give her hell.
Edited. There's people who out there who really care. I mean, you know the ones who really care, and you know who I'm talking about. Thank you for. Here's the other one, and it really does. It does wonders, especially when I'm in a hunt. Have any idea what it's like to get a phone call from Lou Elizondo? Sometimes it raised my blood pressure a little bit too much, okay? But this guy is so awesome. He's always checking on me in the hospital. Anything I can, he can do, but we got everything under control here. But he's just an awesome guy. And this is an 8x10. I've already sent one off to the team, to Rob and myself, one to another person that will remain anonymous. It will be delivered to your house. $10. 100% of the profits go to the charity. Not Anna. Charity. This is also $10. I'm not going to do that many. 100% goes towards charity. Shannon Scott's annual Vets and Pets. Shannon Scott's annual Vets and Pets. Wasn't that nice, folks? Wasn't that nice? Sounds like someone has a vendetta against Rob and I. Someone, I don't think they like
He's doing all this because he's saying that I poisoned him and stabbed him in the back to Lou. Lou's a grown fucking man. He made his own decisions just like I did, based on what Thomas said. If you have a problem, Thomas, take it up with him. I'm not the man here. You did that. You want to be angry at somebody, be angry at yourself. Because any self-respecting Christian would not still align with that after you were unrepentant. And that's all I said to him is, I'm out of here because I can't hang with you anymore. In good conscience, if you're not repentant about what you said about Christians, because this is an ongoing source of contention between he and I. He can believe what he wishes, but so can I. But as a friend, he would not respect my viewpoints on religion, but I respected his. I never criticized him for not believing in God, ever, never, at all. So I'm the villain because I stood on faith and walked away, and that makes me the bad guy.
Rob, would you like to explain to everybody how TF was mocking your bride today?
Yeah, he was mocking her voice and saying he hadn't been down to Walmart lately, and just basically calling her a backwoods hillbilly.
Why would he do that?
And to get back at me, revenge, to hurt her, which it did. Thank you very much, Thomas. Mission accomplished. I hope you're proud of yourself. I Man, you guys want to talk about character? I just don't get it. You can't teach integrity, and what the hell?
Yeah. So, getting a lot of support from individuals on Twitter. I'm never hardly ever on Twitter, but the outpouring of love and support for our channel, I thank you all. Um, Thomas, when you go on tonight, I hope you set the record straight.
I have
Straight
not
now.
spoke. I have not. There is nobody that can come forward since I left the channel that can say that I said anything bad about either one of you, because I haven't.
He
I
hasn't.
just said we have a difference of opinion that's fundamental, and we chose to go our separate ways, and I wish him the best. And that's all I
He
tell
did.
anybody, because
He has.
that's the way it is.
It is. I concur. If Rob was lying, I'd call him out.
Yeah. I just, and he's banking on that I don't have enough money for a lawyer for defamation, or you don't, or that Gary, it can't be touched in UK because legal systems or whatever over there.
Do you think he's done TF's done harm to our brand?
He's attempting it. I don't think people are going to give it much credence, but he knows it's getting to us, and he knows our health issues, and that we don't handle controversy well. It's adverse on our health, but he doesn't care. We have not tried to be hostile or undermine you guys whatsoever. It's still not happening. I came out and defended myself today, but I still did not speak ill of either one of you. So what's it going to take? What do you guys want? I mean, Gary, the last person that you wanted revenge against, it wasn't enough that you cost them their job and their marriage, which, yeah, they had it coming, but you still wanted more, man. I mean, there's a time to stop. You can't, this is no way to live one's life. The best revenge is living well. I've told you guys this many times.
So,
just
Rob, go ahead.
Frickin' ask Lou. He'll tell you. He made up his own mind based on what he heard, not what I said. So yeah, that 9 minutes you cut out, I've got it, but I've not shared it because that's not the way I operate. But people did hear it besides me. And it wasn't cool with them. And that's okay. They can believe how they wish. You can believe how you wish. That's fine. But, let the market bear, what it may. If they don't like it, they'll leave it. And that's the way it's supposed to work. Not be punished. What did Lou say? Lou didn't say anything. Thomas is angry because Lou's not talking to him anymore. Lou's not talking to a lot of people anymore. He was, back in April, told to not talk about the UFO topic to anyone on social media. That includes us. I talked to him about the fundraiser, his dogs, his Jeep. We don't talk shop anymore. He can't talk shop anymore with people. So that well was dry anyway. So I don't understand why he's so angry.
Let's get it
This
all
is
out
smoke
now.
from, this is smoke from another fire. I did not start it.
Hey, Rob, if someone comes along and tells you that another channel is doing X, Y, and Z, would you run out and say exactly what that person just said, or would you confirm it before you opened your mouth?
I'd go to the source before I did anything that controversial that would cause that much inflammation or harm to somebody. I don't. I wouldn't just take somebody's word on it and just go repost it because well they said it was true, so I believed them. But you know what he posts on Twitter, he originated. And for somebody claiming that we're insincere, look how many sock puppet accounts they're attacking us with. I don't even have one.
Yep. No, we just don't want no drama. We don't want no problems with anybody. We just want to do good work.
Yeah,
Um,
you want to finish well, which that could be any fucking day if we're being honest about it. Because I've seen you like 7 times this year within the span of 12 hours go from fine to fighting to death, literally. It's that precarious. So yeah, this is one of your legacies you want to leave behind is this fundraiser, to be memorialized by. And what do they want to do? Destroy it, tear it down. Why? A vendetta because they think that I've spoke ill of them to somebody that they feel like they otherwise would be still be communicating with. No, nobody's communicating with him anymore on these topics that aren't read in, including me. We talk about he wants to raise money for a charity to help vets. What's so bad about that? Why am I being punished for this? Why is he being punished? Or my wife? What's she got to do with this? So we get nasty and crude and vicious. The kind of shit I've been trying to escape for years now and not be that person of vengeance I used to be. But you guys just want to provoke me. You're wanting to see me slip and lose my temper and say something I shouldn't or do something I shouldn't. And I'm not. I've got self control. And I really honestly feel sorry for you guys being this angry and this hostile. It's no way to live. You can't live like this. It'll completely consume you guys. That's all it's gonna do. And in the long run, the person that's gonna hurt most is you guys. You can't live like this. At the end of the day, it's a sad state of affairs, and I don't hate you guys. I pity you because you're doing this. You're doing yourselves harm much more than anyone else. And I do still care for your guys' welfare. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you pick on my friends, my wife, and take an opportunity away from other veterans that need help. Your vendettas are being placed above all those people, and I didn't deserve this.
we didn't deserve this, and your wife
Yeah,
doesn't deserve this. It's very unbecoming.
and I wish that were the truth, Cliff. But they've held this grudge ever since I've left the channel, waiting for one of us to say something, and then they can unload everything that they have accumulated since then to dump out in an attempt to destroy all of us,
It's like a
our
nuclear
reputations,
option.
hurt us. Yeah, they've just been waiting for us to say something and justify them coming out and attacking us.
Rob, I got a question. Do you think they think about us a lot?
Well, his drop down menu on his YouTube channel the last live stream last week when he went and did he had a blank YouTube channel, and he went and clicked on it for the search bar. We were the first YouTube channel on that list with UFO Man and Spaced Out Radio, Goof On, and a few others. So, man, you guys got to stop being consumed with drama. Put out good content. Focus on the subject matter and move forward. Why do you want to be a soap opera?
Like shock
You
jocks
guys are
for the
better than
UFO.
this.
And I would say,
And now he's going
careful
live
what
because
you do say,
back on it.
because even though you go back and you delete stuff in your videos, the internet's forever, as my wife would say. All right,
Yeah,
talking about our disabilities. You know my disability. When I was talking about medication, none of this money will go toward. Yes, my medication costs $16,000. I got Medicare. I got TRICARE for life. I pay a certain amount of out of pocket, and that goes quick, by the way. And I'm taken care of. So it's not like I need money to take care of my health. Okay, that's taken care of. You look at Rob right now, and you're probably thinking, this guy's an this man's an athlete, right? Now I'd seen the pictures. I think they were on Playgirl magazine, weren't they, Rob? You stud muffin.
a long time ago.
All right, so here, I'll show you something. This is what Rob runs around in the car these days. If you ever see Rob on the road, you'll see him in this beat down white car. What's the story behind this car, Rob?
I went over a cliff at 40 miles an hour, went through guard cables, flipped upside down, and dropped 100 feet onto boulders, and spent 6 hours in a coma after that, with traumatic hand injuries, um, PTSD. That kind of leads personal. And it tore my last four discs, had multiple ribs broken, scores of lacerations in my skull, and various other broken bones. So yeah, that's what tore my back up to start with. That predicated my 4 level fusion that I had.
Right. Rob has told me that I can share this, so no HIPAA violations are going to occur during this broadcast. But if you're squeamish, you might want to sit down and tell your children to look away at this time. Rob, what are we looking at here?
That is my lumbar spine with 4 fused levels, and the fifth one where it's black. That is what's left of my remaining lumbar disc that is exploded and pushed out the front of my spine and oozing down the face of it on the interior side and pushing out on my ligaments. So that's what I deal with. My only solution to that is a third fusion surgery where they would have to literally cut me from my elbows, well, about 2/3 up my back, clear down to the crack of my ass again, and be filleted like a fucking fish. So I
Yeah.
deal with that pain 24/7, and everything I do from the second I sit up starts the pain clock to make it exponentially worse.
Right. What are we looking
So
at here, Rob?
that's the that's the rod side view of my back with the screws
You're a
to my
Thor,
freaking
son.
vertebra.
Here's another picture, folks.
And
You're
that's
a
the backside
walking
of the crowd brace.
Frankenstein, dude.
And I've got an artificial knee from it too.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm just a whiny little bitch that has nothing to be sniveling about. Suck it up. I don't complain most of the time because it could be worse, but I don't dwell on it because I can't. It's just
Life's too damn
too
short to run on
too
this shit.
disturbing. It's too upsetting. I can't focus on the negatives. I have to focus on the positives. But no, you guys want to remind me of what my suffering and try to cause me to whatever fortitude I have to keep moving forward. You want to take that from me because you think I've taken something from you. I didn't take anything from you guys. You are doing that all on your own. No one can come forward and say I produced anything bad about you guys because it doesn't exist. But here we are. We got better things to do with our time. You guys could be doing some decent shit on your channel still, but no, instead you want to make it into a freaking soap opera. Some people may find that entertaining, but that's not what you started out to be doing. That wasn't the vision you shared with me a year ago, a year and a half ago. I spent a year of my life, 20, 30 hours a week, following your vision, not doing my yard work when I could do it. So I could sit here in this chair for 3 to 5 hours a night, 5 nights a week to help you out with this. And yes, it was a mutual agreement project that I enjoyed doing most of the time, but it came at a cost. Nobody's out here mowing my lawn for me or fixing my vehicles or cleaning out my rain gutters that I can't fucking do.
Yeah. So out of all the monetization, Rob, out of all that monetization coming in on his channel, how much, what percentage of each of one of these donations did it ever go into your pocket for contributing
He
to
was
this channel?
very kind to help me with $200 last winter toward propane, and I thanked him for that. That was it.
Because every
And
time
that's
I
okay.
saw
I didn't
money
expect
popping up, I
anything.
thought it was going to everybody, all the, you and all the people are. But it kind of broke my heart knowing that you could have surely used it. Maybe, how about 10% of all the donations coming in? But that's just me. Thomas, use the word. You run your show, I'll run mine. 100% of mine will go to charity. 100% of yours can go to you, and you can talk crap about anybody you want. You don't talk about crap about this channel anymore. Never again. That's it.
When you guys have misspoke and other people are swarming on you guys, I went to bat when I didn't have to and took a lot of heat. Yeah, we took a lot of heat for each other. But when you guys made stupid speaking mistakes, I helped mop that up too. Because we're supposed to be pals. That's what friends do. This isn't what friends do. Even when you have disagreements and even if you part ways, if you part with integrity, you don't go and start spreading rumors, lies, sharing personal confidences and all of that, pulling a Jerry McGowan. You're destroying any self, esteem and credibility and character you have. So, the person you guys are damaging the most at the end of the day is going to be yourselves. Everybody else will move on, but you guys are just going to be stuck in time, wallowing in anger and hate for shit I didn't do, and just thinking you have to get revenge at all costs.
And somehow
It's not even rational.
Their eyesights came onto our channel toward our charity, and that's not cool.
And look how many sock puppets we were attacked by tonight with them. I don't have a sock puppet account. I take it back. I had one on YouTube, but not on Twitter.
Yeah, mine's Richard Butt, but I don't tell anybody that though.
Yeah, we're all Richard Butt. And that's another thing. He thinks he knows who it is, but he doesn't. And you would be ill advised to poke that bear. Just saying. So
Wouldn't be prudent.
No.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Yeah, and I've got chronic low blood pressure from my accident and my spinal injuries, where I struggle to keep conscience each day. I have to take medication to elevate my blood pressure enough to stay up and running any at all each day. I spent 5 years housebound in bed having seizures 3 to 5 hours a day, every day, for 5 fucking years, until I found a medication in 2013 that Anna found doing research that was finally able to give me back some semblance of a quality of life that I can do now. And what have I spent my time doing since then? Giving back to the community, reaching out to veterans charity organizations, filling calls for veterans at risk for suicide, talking them out of it. I have tried to give myself away to give thanks for still being alive each day after that wreck, and to give myself away as thanks to show I am thankful to still be here. And this is the thanks I get from friends that I spent over a year of my life helping with, on their projects. And I walked away on integrity, and he keeps the entire package, and that's fine, cool. I'm glad I helped him get there. Which he'll say I did nothing, but that's okay. I don't mind. You know, I wish him well. I truly do. But it was time to move on, and I don't see that I need to be condemned to an eternity of attacks, personal attacks. My wife gets attacked, you get attacked, everybody gets attacked for it. Because somebody's got to pay a toll, because you can't be responsible for your own actions. It must be somebody else's fault. I mean, what's that word that we were told a while back when Thomas was not acting correctly? Stop being a sausage. Um, it's not our place to have to babysit you when you're misspeaking. I'm responsible for my words and my actions, me solely alone. I don't have safe words for other people to say, hey, it's your fault if I'm acting out and you didn't warn me. If you have that much of a problem, stay off the air. Get it sorted out. I did. I had issues. I went and got counseling. I did the work. So I don't stay angry and hurt and live a life of bitterness, because it will destroy you. And that's what you guys are doing. I'm not even mad at you guys. I'm hurt. I'm very hurt, because I trusted you guys as friends. And this is what I get for it. No good deed goes unpunished, right? And yet still, and it's what I tell you, Shannon, before we came on, I don't want to speak ill of them as people. I want to just address the topic at hand of what their behavior is that I am pushing back on, not their character.
Yeah. Putting it out there that we're the wounded warriors. In other words, we're the ones that's getting the money. That was hurtful, especially all the work we've done so far to this point, and the all-star lineup we've got lined up to get this thing up and running in the near future. And to say those kind of things, it was personal. I mean, it was flat out personal toward me, toward you, toward the
Yeah.
charity.
And then look
Um,
what they're throwing in the chat. They're attacking my wife and my relationship to try and cause me further harm, to hurt my wife, to hurt me. Why? I mean, that you guys want to talk about bad character behavior? What are you exhibiting? What are you modeling here, guys? And then you're using the names of the people from Area 503 in your sock puppet accounts that you didn't have time to change before you flipped them out here and used them. And then that draws negative attention toward them too by putting their real names out there. You're doxing them, but you don't care. You just don't care. And that's sad. I truly wish you guys the best, but just leave me the fuck alone and my wife, and let me have the rest of my life, the way I see fit to run it. Move the fuck on. That's what I'm trying to do.
you're an awesome human being, Rob.
You
I'm
don't
glad you're.
push a person.
I'm glad you're my brother.
Ditto. You don't
Proud
push a
of. I'm
person.
proud of you, man. I'm proud that you're my brother.
When a person has nothing left to lose, you better be afraid of them. Don't push people that far. Gary, you of all people should know from all the pain you suffered from those people that were tormenting you.
Yeah, I
And
want to
now
know
you're
what I've done to
and now
Gary.
you're becoming just like they were. What the hell?
I remember going on vacation while I was still a panel member on that show, and I sent a message to all you guys to let Gary know that I was having bangers in match because I was thinking about him. I've always been cordial and nice to this individual, and to hear the things he said about me on these other episodes that people tell us about, what can you tell me, Gary? What in the world have I ever done to you, my friend? What have I ever said anything negative about you? I reached
Nothing.
out to you and was being a friend to you. and you say the things you say about me and my friends and this channel and this charity, that's hurtful, dude.
Thanks, Arlene. I don't want to draw. I hate this drama. I hate it. But I can't stay silent anymore. I mean, my fucking wife was crying today, for God's sake, because of shit you said. So I hope you're happy. You got what you wanted. Hee hee hee. Ain't that funny? Remember what it was like when people were bullying you, Gary? You know, why
It
you don't
sucks.
show your face and your real name? You don't like it? Remember? I used my real name because I acted in good faith. I'm not hiding my identity. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I can't hide. I am who I am. I'm out there.
Yep.
I trusted you guys as friends, and this is the things I get. And I have not betrayed either one of you. Never have, never will. And I told Thomas a long time ago, even if we parted under the most hostile conditions, I would never betray his confidences. And I haven't. I just don't know what to say. I'm just so upset.
Yeah.
That it had to come to this, and they were waiting for this to flip out all the cards they had. We got him now. Let's throw out all of our cards and destroy them. God.
Um, they were waiting for the nuclear option. It looks like. Let's
Yeah,
go after
and I'm
the one
sure.
thing they care about, and it's this charity that's going to help veterans, and it's going to help the Humane Society in Buffalo, Wyoming, for crying out loud.
Yeah, Logan, it's bad what I go through, but what Shannon goes through, I can't bitch. I know other people. Like Old Bet Symposium, what he's going through. I can't bitch. I got it better than them. So I suck it up. I'm not going to complain because people got it worse than me. I'm thankful to still be alive. And that's
I
through
live,
no small measure of fighting for it. I
I
refuse to
live,
fucking lay down and die.
I live my life with a great sense of urgency. Every moment of my life is not wasted. I choose and I pick the friends that I surround me. That
Yeah.
includes family members. In my life, I am the most luckiest man in the world to have the friends that I do and the family that support me. That includes Rob. Rob is the best friend a man can have.
And they know that. I'm not perfect by any means, but I am loyal. And accuse me of backstabbing them to anybody is absurd. You attacked Christianity. You don't see it that way, but some of us did. And when I asked you about it, you decided by asking a few people that didn't want to tell you otherwise that they were offended by it. Go back and revisit that with them. They were offended, but I'm not going to rat them out because they wanted to be their privacy, to be kept out because they didn't want to drag through this. But they didn't like it what they heard, and that's okay. You can believe and say what you choose. That's perfectly okay. But you don't have other people don't have to accept it, and they didn't. Not me. I just want to finish well. I want to do good works for people and leave this planet a little better for me being in it. Not destroying everybody I can before I leave the planet that I ever had angst against.
Yeah, no scorched earth policy around here.
Because if I wanted to go scorched earth, believe me, if somebody had a fucking cause to do it for how their life was, it'd be me if you knew my life story. But I chose a different path to overcome it because I refuse to let this world crush me. It won't. But I'll be damned if I'm going to be weak and to not, defend my wife's integrity and honor. Fuck that. You want to throw down that gauntlet? Don't be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You guys know me.
You would think of all the channels on YouTube, this is the one no one would touch, but they did. Why would you attack two disabled guys trying to raise money for three different charities?
because
And you know that's the truth.
because they think I took away his ticket to stardom, Lou, the Holy Grail. If you haven't noticed, Lou's not anywhere on social media anymore. He's not giving insider information to anybody out there because they told him that we need to rein this in. There's too much smoke going on. That well's dry anyway, and it's you know it seems that you're not sincere in your friendships, and that it was also a means to try and elevate yourself. And because if you were sincere and genuine in your friendships, you wouldn't be doing this to me. You would have respected my faith enough to not be hammering on it all the time when we had live streams. Anytime somebody brought it up, you had to attack it, and then I got muted. Yeah, I do believe in my faith. I answer to one entity. That's my God. That's it. That's the only authority over me. Period. And I am not going to deny my faith to anyone. Yeah, Lou got sick and tired of being used and attacked and destroyed like me. And no good deed goes unpunished. So here we are reaping the benefits of me giving 20 plus hours a week to him for over a year, sincerely trying to help him and be his friend, confiding in him, and listening to him, trying to help him as good friends do that are mutual and symbiotic with each other.
That
This ain't
I just
that.
read what Gary just said. That is, I don't know if I should feel sad because what he said. I'm kind of torn. That's childish. Wow. I'm sorry for interrupting you,
Haters
Rob.
gonna hate, man. I mean, you're showing your true character. I expected better than you got this from you guys. I really did. But you're gonna reap what you sow. People aren't going to accept this as sincere and authentic. Some people will join you in that reveling in hate and the depression and PTSD, evidently, and whatever comes with it. Kind of like in the next Dufon competition of a whole group of haters that wallow in their misery. If that's what you want to become and turn into a golem, go for it. That's your prerogative, but leave me out of it. I'm not part of that. I didn't cause it.
Wow, Gary. I think someone hacked your account because I can't believe you're saying these things. He's probably proud of saying these things too. It's sad. Look at there. Going to bed, darling? Well, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank all of
Okay.
you. I appreciate the
I
support
just
sincerely. And I'm not trying to turn anybody against Thomas now
no.
or Gary. It's just their behavior is not acceptable. Not when they're fabricating information to try and diminish our reputations that could detract from our ability to raise funds for charity, that would compromise the ability for somebody to be a recipient that needs it of those funds, which won't be us. um, we're not the ones you're hurting. You're hurting who we are trying to support and help by raising funds, and you don't care. That's the hell of it. you know
To what end?
Veterans are a brotherhood. They stick together, and you guys are acting as individuals, and I don't know why. You know, at the end of the day, you're nothing without your loyalties and your friendships and the people that love you most. And, you try and get through life together because the rising tide lifts all boats. But you're near the sole boat left in your harbor, you're doing something wrong. Um, you either didn't go down with the rest of them or the rest of them moved on out. So, I hope for
See,
your guys' own sakes, you just let this
what?
go and move on.
Yeah, let me bring
Got
something
it.
up real quick, Rob. I just noticed that seriously, Anna. I'd love to tell you all the things that Rob told me countless times about you. That's holding something over. That's kind of like black. That's being nasty.
Yeah, that's
That
blackmail.
is
That's
nasty, man.
blackmail. I'm not saying that I would come out and rat him out to the people that are hunting for him. I wouldn't do that because I know how bad they hurt him.
Am I echoing, by the way? Someone said I got two windows open. I'll take a look at look. Stand by.
I don't know. I hate
Hey, if you have a
drama.
question, all caps.
I just
I think after today, we're not bringing this up anymore. We're
no.
hashing it out today. That's it.
Yeah, I'm saying what I have to say, and man, you guys, you just need to take a course correction, drop the hate for your own sakes, and move on. Like I said, if Lou has to tell you himself to explain why he's not talking to you, because I can't speak for him, maybe he will, maybe he won't. I can't promise you he will because I don't speak for him, and you know, but he shouldn't have to worry, to have to take his time out to have to get in this fray as well. There was no net loss of that severing because there that well was dry. There was nothing left to extract by anybody in this demographic. So it's all for naught. And I'm not the one that did that, Thomas. Some people don't like the message you put out. That's okay. You're not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I can be highly polarizing. That's okay. I accept that. But I assume responsibility for my actions and my words. I don't put it off on everybody else around me because I feel like I've done nothing wrong or I ever make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, but I own up to them when I recognize them. But you guys, all you're going to take away from this is that, oh, we got our war now. We can go pull out all the stops and destroy them. We got them. We can destroy them. Let's go for that. I I just don't know what to say. I feel bad for them, but I am not going to sit back and let them attack me, attack my wife, our relationship. That's low ball. Pushing me against the wall is not the place you want me, guys. You just don't want to do that. That's not. It's just that's my nature. I'm a fighter, and you make me have to defend myself, especially my loved ones. I will.
Yeah.
I would expect nothing less if I did that to somebody's wife and insulted them. You know,
I never watched that movie, but there was a documentary going after Lou's wife, which I believe at the time was pretty a low blow,
yeah,
right? And this is the
yeah,
same
which is why
going
we
after.
went to war with them because they didn't understand that attacking. They went in the movie, and I'm not faulting Manny for this. He couldn't find enough dirt on Lou, so he tried to attack his credibility with his wife and his family instead to debase all that he says by attacking his relationship and to try and imply that he was having an affair on his wife to further cause conflict with them because he wanted to get revenge for some reason. And then they thought that wasn't cool what he did. That's why we pushed back on it because it wasn't the thing. You don't do that to people. You don't go after their family, and that's why we did what we did. and that was honorable. But this isn't. Manny felt one way about things, and he was true to his passions. That I respect. I don't agree with his viewpoints, but at least respect him that he had enough character to stick to his convictions, which is more than I can say for what you guys are doing now. Yeah, and yeah, Dave, he didn't misinterpret that. He cut and pasted it himself. He was just waiting for a reason to flip it out there after Shannon called him on it to try and do us damage. No attention is better than bad attention is better than no attention, right?
Trust
To
me,
some.
there's been Rob and I have been sitting on our hands for a long time, but today was a little more aggressive toward
I
us
am.
and family.
I'm
I
not
had
gonna.
enough.
I'm not gonna lower myself to that level, you know.
Yep.
But don't push people. Don't push them.
Yeah.
All people have their limits. So yeah, just move the fuck
So
on.
respectfully, please leave us alone. Please. We do have a mission, and by you guys doing what you're doing, we're wasting our time. We should be working on this project of ours. We have a brand new mission statement coming out. It's going to be huge.
And it's not going to benefit us. It's going to benefit others. Again, we'll do the work, and we're glad to do the work, but we won't be the recipients of that work. I just
It's okay, brother. I think we did quite well trying to let people know what was on our minds, what the problem was. The resolution is please just leave us alone. Is that too much to ask for? Um, you have a problem with Rob and I, there's ways to contact us instead of basically lying
see
about us.
that's just it. He did say, "Hey, that Rob wouldn't talk to him when all this went down." I did talk to him, and then he complained that I talked too much, and he didn't respond after that. He just wouldn't. And I tried to hash this out with him, but he just wouldn't. And that's okay. But now I'm being vilified for it. Yeah, he knows this. This is very. It'll take a toll on me. I'll probably be. It'll take me a couple of days to recover from this. But don't fucking push me, guys. I'm not mad, but don't get me there. And that's not a threat. It just makes me determined. And like what happened with Lou, people saw him and his family being attacked unfairly. They took it upon themselves to push back with words and whatever legal means they had to remedy that without Lou having to ask anybody to do anything on his behalf. And that's just human nature. People take care of their own, and you guys used to be one of my own, and if it weren't for being directly attacked, I would still look after your guys' welfare, but not when you're causing innocent people around me to suffer.
Yep.
We're trying to finish well and do a good thing for fucking humanity while we're still here. Leave us the fuck alone so we can do that.
Please. Pretty please.
Because we're asking now, but you push me where I have nothing left to lose, shit's gonna get real. And man, you guys forget who I am.
All right, I just muted his mic. You're not talking no more, Rob. Just kidding.
Yeah, you better.
So if anybody has any questions, please you can ask them in all caps. Um, we'll be here for just a couple of moments. I think we said everything we wanted to say this evening.
I don't want people to be vengeful or hateful against Thomas and Gary, but this ain't cool.
I couldn't ask for a better spouse, wife, bride.
Yeah. My relationship isn't perfect. Whose is? But to try and take seeds of things and twist them into something that isn't, that just that's sick.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say. I'm too mad. I'm getting angry, and I don't want to speak in anger.
All right. Well, everybody, if you made it this far, please hit that like and subscribe. Hit that
Thank
notification
you.
button because
I
give me
appreciate
one
it.
second. I got to look at my YouTube channel here.
Yeah, we'll be back on task tomorrow, and this won't be talked about again. Moving forward, I'm done talking. I'm done talking.
104, folks. Countdown 104 to monetization. Monetization for this channel for our charity.
And we will show receipts of everybody that contributes, where it goes, which is to charity with a tax deduction for it. Even for the pictures, it'll be donated.
Yeah, which I don't have a single order so far. If you want
Oh, yeah.
$15 for 2 photos, I'll send them to you straight from Amazon. Um, you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the last video. 100% of the profits will go toward all three charities.
I can't go watch. I can't go check Thomas. I can't watch it. I just, man, be careful what you wish for, guys.
Yeah, I would ask each and every one of you just to leave Thomas alone. You know, I could see where you would be offended that we're offended and you want to do something. Just just don't. Just
Pray
support
for him.
us. You know, be like us. Just chill. Everything's
Our
gonna be all
charity.
right.
Somebody's asking what the charity is. It is for we Lou suggested a while back when we did an interview with him that maybe we ought to put a charity up for Wounded Warrior Project, pinups for vets, and St. Francis No Kill Animal Hospital. So it is a very complex task to put together a tax deductible page that will automatically take any funds donated, put them directly into those charities at the percentages we want, and the donor get a tax deductible receipt from it, and we don't touch the money at any part of that. So that is the website I'm having built to do that. So we don't touch it, and there's no confusion about where the money goes.
Yeah. All right, let me get out of this. Hey, look, it's a kitty cat. All right, I'm out of that. Go into the banners. Well, Rob, it was a memorable day. I wish today didn't start off and ended the way it did, but you know what? It happened. We got this behind us, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to carry on. We're going to keep
Yeah.
doing what we're doing because great things are in store for us, my friend. Um, Great things, and to make a difference, it's an honor. All right, folks.
Yeah.
I think
No
that's going to
doubt.
be it, folks. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, notification, all that stuff. We're only 104 away. Hook us up. Hook a brothers up now. All right. Any last words there, Rob Heatherly?
Nothing productive, but except my eternal thanks to all of you, and I appreciate the support. We're just trying to
Yeah.
do a good thing. We're not perfect people. We're just trying to do the good thing while we're still here. What's so wrong with that?
In fact, I told Rob if I ever step out of line, it's his job to, square me away. I just don't. I just want to do right by everybody. You know, life is so
Can you
short.
throw a chat? Can you throw a link into the chat for the charity?
I
For the
cannot.
Winter Warrior?
I
That
have
might
no
be
idea where
helpful.
it's at.
Um,
Hi, Anna.
Winter Warrior. Type in
Yeah.
Google Winter Warrior
Yeah.
Project
I'll
Chance.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll quickly after the show. I'll put the link in the description. How about that? We can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Because yeah, I'm not bitching, but my back is breaking on fire now, and my blood pressure is dropping. So, thank you for that, and yeah.
All right. Attention and salute. Host.
I'll take care, all right? Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for you. You think they have any clue what's about to happen to them?
Oh, not a chance in hell. Good night.